Hi guys, I want to talk about these articles that I found. Um, Actually, it was what's happening right now on the earth, and you hear me talk about it a number of times. Um, and I don't want to, keep talking about the same subject, but uh, since our earth is wobbling, as they call it, it's an earth wobble. Um, there are a lot of disasters happening, well, all over the world. And this article says that there are 26 events. They are not isolated incidences, and many of them occurred on the same day after extreme shaking on Saturday, June the 30th of 2012. And it started as early as early June the 11th. 2012, and there is a list of them of what had happened during that time, and most of them were sinkholes, and you heard me talk about the sinkhole down in Louisiana. Well, it's happening all over the place, and there's landslides collapsing bridges and buildings, sinking land, breaks in the water mains and gas lines, and much more. And it sounds to me like it is a pole shift, guys. With all of this going on, it sounds to me like it is taking place right now. So I'll just leave the link to this so you all can to read all these, because I've got 3 of them here. And then I have one that's happened in October in New Jersey, where there was mysterious ground shaking and loud booms taking place there. And this occurred on October the 20th, 2012, around 11 a.m. on a Saturday. And they say it's a Planet X, but like I said, I'm not really sure what is out there, what's really causing this to occur. But there's definitely something out there. It says that in a 3 months period of time, loud booms and mysterious shaking have been reported all over the world, from Australia to Nova Scotia and Canada and to the UK, and in the United States from California to New Jersey and many states in between, like Ohio, Georgia, Illinois, Mississippi, Michigan, Louisiana, and Tennessee, to name a few. And aren't most of these states experience shaking and booms in the New Madrid fault shake zone? It says a major earthquake in the New Madrid fault zone area will devastate various areas of the United States and Canada. And the New Madrid fault line follows the Mississippi River from Illinois to Arkansas, crossing 5 state lines, which is Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, and Tennessee, as well as the Mississippi River in at least 3 places. Now, the New Madrid seismic zone consists of a series of faults, including fault lines that runs towards the Great Lakes and from the center of the Gulf of Mexico up the east coast. And I'm going to discuss here shortly about the more on the Gulf of Mexico situation and who is behind it. Okay, this is a search for the cause of the Indianapolis explosions that begins and ends with Planet X. There has been deadly explosions, derailments, and building collapses, and from what I heard, that they're still continuing, and they're still trying to figure it out. And so what it says here is that it had been several times during the week that an explosion had flattened homes there in Indianapolis, and it says that in the fact that these disastrous events are happening with increasing frequency and regularity, and not only in Indianapolis but all over the world. Explosions like the one in Indiana are not isolated incidences. In just the past month alone, houses in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Colorado have also exploded for unknown reasons. On October 1st in Michigan, there was a barn that exploded there. And then the following day in Michigan, a Muskegon home exploded and destroyed a one-story ranch. And then on October 4th in Pennsylvania, a house in Phillipsburg exploded with a loud bang. And the day after that, a house in Colorado was by explosion with causes unknown. Yeah. And so on and so forth. So, is it causes something out there in space? What they're calling it Planet X. And so forth. It says about 3,600 years ago, Planet X raced through our solar system, unsettling periods of equilibrium, causing havoc and destruction on Earth. Bad news is for us because as Planet X approaches Earth and it exerts extreme pressure on it, causing it to wobble and its continents to shift and stretch and tear apart. And since these actions can be traced on the USGS 5 Internet Seismic Server until about August of this year, that the list charts for most part indicated only occasional shaking of the Earth on and off for the periods of several days, and so on. And it gives like what was going on in different areas of the world here. So instead of me just reading them off to you, I'm just going to leave the links, everything. You all can come over here and look at them, because there are plenty of links here for you guys to do your own research on and investigate further. Okay, what I also want to talk about was what was going down there in the Gulf in regards to when they dumped the Synthia down there, and what was going on in Miami with the attack, which they called like the zombie attack, where the man attacked this homeless man and so forth. Well, this could be a clue to about what was happening. I mean, it sounds like something that was out of the X-Files, and it's really bizarre. But anyway, it says here that Synthia is alive and breeding, and they call it the zombie virus, where the synthetic bacteria mutates and now preys on more than just crude oil. It kills crops, fish by the millions, and is still mutating. And it happens to have a U.S. patent application, and there's your number. I would no doubt it had 3 6s in it, but it doesn't. It has 1 6 in it. Well, it's serious, you know. I don't mean to laugh, but it's just too strange. Okay, this is a documentary that explains that between the FEMA preparedness and the newfound blue plague, as they call it, Synthia, it says the synthetic bacteria was used by Nalco corrects it to eat the crude oil. Well, at least that's what they were told. And it appears that this bacteria, as mutated, decided to not only stop at oil. It killed crops, fishes by the millions, and the crude oil got the blame for this, but it wasn't. It was Craig Vender's invention. It's highly probable, though, that it was responsible for the mass deaths of the blackbirds in Arkansas. I mentioned that one in the video, that it was possibly the leak of where a military plane leaked phosgene gas to take to Iraq at the time, and it leaked there too, and that's where it killed the birds. Remember that one? Well, anyway, and could this now be a mutating zombie virus that they're asking here, and so on. So here are links here, and you guys, because there's more information here. It talks about Craig Venture and about his company and all, and so I'll just leave the link. And there's a video here that you can also watch, because I'm getting close to the end here. Here's another one where they say here that there's a, well, see, this is what, well, it was dated for June the 2nd of 2012. It's when it was published. But it says a 2011 prediction that the zombie invasion from the Corexit poison via the synth bacterium for Miami cannibal attacks. And remember, I had a video, I talked about that, which I had no idea. I was guessing, what really happened, which I thought might have been demon possession. Well, this could have been the beast that was released down there from the abyss. And so I'll just leave that. And this comes from the news track from India, where they say that bugs ate 200,000 tons of oil spill. And so I'll leave that link as well. Okay, that's all I have for right now, you guys. Y'all have a nice evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Jesus loves you guys. If you don't know him, give your life to him today. We are not guaranteed another tomorrow. And I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.